President Obama made a stop in East Tennessee today. One reason, he's here to announce a new education initiative. Good evening and thanks for watching. I'm Latricia Thomas.
And I'm Josh Rowe. He's calling it America's Promise, the goal to pay for 2 years of community college for students who are, quote, willing to work for it. This afternoon, President Obama spoke to students, teachers, and others at Pellissippi State Community College in Knoxville. The speech focused on helping more students have access to a college education.
Today, I'm announcing an ambitious new plan to bring down the cost of community college tuition in America. I want to bring it down to zero.
The idea for America's Promise is loosely based on the Tennessee Promise. The initiative in Tennessee is paid for by a surplus from the state lottery. The funding for America's Promise would break down roughly 75% from the federal government. The rest would come from the states.
States would have to do their part too. This isn't a blank check. It's not a free lunch. But for those willing to do the work, and for states and local communities that want to be a part of this, it can be a game changer.
To see this become a reality for students across the country, it first will have to be passed on Capitol Hill.
Now, in a few weeks, I'm going to send to Congress my plan for free community college. I hope that Congress will come together to support it, because opening the doors of higher education shouldn't be a Democratic issue or a Republican issue. This is an American issue.
If this becomes law, the White House says it could benefit as many as 9 million students across the U.S., and there will be requirements for those students, among them maintaining a certain GPA and making progress towards graduation.
Things aren't always what you want, but you can make them what you want. That's what America's about. We can make of our lives what we will.
And with this new plan, this new initiative, there are lots of questions. Number one, how do we pay for all of this? Because obviously that's not going to be cheap. I believe it was 9 million students and $3,800 per student, a price tag of roughly $36 million. So, I mean, obviously a lot of money there. Also, what happens to the Tennessee Promise?
That's right. If we have students in Tennessee that want to go to community college, do they apply for the Tennessee Promise or the America's Promise? Of course, we are continuing to watch all those questions. This announced today, but there are still lots more information to come in on that. Also, we heard from Senator Lamar Alexander today talking about how he wanted to reduce the amount of paperwork that students have to go through already to apply for these federal Pell Grants that already provide a lot of money to students who want to go to community college. And the president actually saying he's willing to work with Senator Alexander on that. So again, as you said, Josh, lots more to learn.
That's right. And it wasn't just the president there. Also the vice president, vice president's wife was there, our governor was there, a lot of folks there, and we'll have a whole lot more on this coming up at 6 o'clock as well.
That's right. The White House, so they took notice of Governor Bill Haslam's program here in the state, Tennessee Promise.
But the announcement comes with questions from people at community colleges in the state. News Channel 9's Alyssa Sperato has that story.
I like it because it's small and I'm a single mother of 3.
42-year-old student Bridget Viox stays pretty busy these days.
I have a cleaning business that I've done for years, and I don't want to do that when I'm 60, 70. So I figured I needed to do something different.
With the help of federal grants, Viox is running towards her dream, one class at a time.
I think it's phenomenal because I have kids that are getting ready to graduate, and I want them to go to college, but I've never saved anything. I mean, I just can't.
Tennessee Promise helps high school seniors. President Obama's new proposal would help anyone at any age get a 2-year degree at any community college. While President Obama's proposal is receiving praise, Eva Lewis with Chattanooga State says the devil is in the details.
I just am a little skeptical as to how all of the details will be worked out so that the students who are intended to be helped don't really get lost in the middle.
One of those concerns is financial.
I'm not sure how it's all going to work in terms of what the federal government now is going to do in terms of that. Are they going to offset the Pell Grants? Are they going to offset the last dollar financing that Tennessee Promise is going to give in?
Questions that she hopes are answered in the near future.
Of course, we just hope that any barrier to college access would be taken away. That's really our hope in all of this.
And Eva Lewis says to date more than 2,700 have applied for the Tennessee Promise program, but they won't know how many people will actually go to Chat State until later next month. She also says Chattanooga State is fully supportive of President Obama's proposed plan as well as the Tennessee Promise program. They are looking forward to how these programs will improve access to higher education.